Hedgehogs. The hedgehog. The hedgehog is an easy animal to identify. It is covered in a thick coat of spines. When a hedgehog is attacked by another animal, it curls up into a tight ball with all its spines sticking out. The hedgehog is a small grey-brown animal with a long nose and round bead-like eyes. Male and female hedgehogs look very similar. Their babies are called hoglets. Hedgehogs are mammals. The hedgehog is a mammal. Female mammals produce milk for their young. Mammals do not usually produce large numbers of offspring. There is a lot of parental care involved in their upbringing. The first brown spines have appeared, but the eyes of this young hoglet are still closed. First spines. The newborn hoglets don't have any spines when they are born, and their skin is quite soft. However, within 2 hours of birth, about 150 white spines push through the skin. These first spines are rubbery to the touch. 2 days later, the first proper spines start to appear. Young hoglets do not move far and they cannot roll up. Animal facts. Newborn hoglets are blind and deaf, and each weigh just 9 grams. They stay close to their mother to keep warm. Growing up. For the first 2 weeks of their life, the hoglets do little more than eat. However, once their eyes and ears open, they can see and hear what is going on. At 14 days, hair starts to grow between their spines and the hoglets practice how to roll up, although they cannot do a complete roll yet. Their first teeth start to appear when they are about 21 days old. Now they are ready to follow their mother out of the nest. Feeding on milk. The hoglets feed on their mother's milk for about 6 to 7 weeks. Then they are weaned. The mother feeds them less milk and lets them eat solid food such as worms. Once they are eating the same food as the adults, they leave their mother and live on their own. Animal fact. Only 1 out of every 4 hoglets survives until its first birthday. Many hoglets are killed by predators or die from disease. Living in the countryside. Hedgehogs are found across Britain. Most live in woodland, hedgerows and farmland, where there are plenty of hiding places. They do not like wide open spaces such as large fields or moorland, as there is nowhere to hide. Woodland homes. The favourite habitat of hedgehogs is open woodland. In these woodlands, the trees are widely spaced and there are plenty of plants growing on the floor. Hedgehogs often wander around the countryside following the line of hedgerows. The undergrowth in woodlands and hedgerows provides plenty of food and places to hide and build nests. This hedgehog is walking through some open woodland. Territories. Each hedgehog lives in a particular area called a territory. Hedgehogs have quite large territories for their size. A male has a territory of about 200,000 to 350,000 square meters, while a female's territory is slightly smaller. They find all their food within the territory. Animal facts. There are about 1.5 million hedgehogs living in Britain. Rather than walk across the middle of a field, a hedgehog will move around the edges, staying under the cover of trees. Hedgehogs can climb up and down steps in gardens in their search for food. Getting around. Most of the time a hedgehog shuffles around with its nose to the ground, trying to find food. However, hedgehogs can run. When a hedgehog runs, it holds its legs quite straight, and its body off the ground. They are surprisingly good climbers and can get over low walls around gardens. If they have to, hedgehogs can swim. However, they may have trouble getting out of deep ponds or swimming pools and drown. Hedgehogs sleep during the day. A hedgehog spends the daylight hours asleep in its nest, under a hedgerow or in the woodland undergrowth. Urban hedgehogs may sleep in gardens, sheltering at the back of the flower border or under a hedge. Woodland hedgehogs build their nests in the tangled undergrowth of plants. The nest is made of grass and leaves and can be constructed very quickly. A hedgehog uses its nest for just a few days and then it moves on and builds a new one or finds an abandoned one. Hedgehogs search for leaves and bits of grass to make into a nest. Hedgehogs eat animal foods. Hedgehogs eat almost any type of invertebrate that they find. Invertebrates are animals that do not have a backbone, and they include caterpillars, beetles, slugs, snails, worms, and spiders. Sometimes hedgehogs eat vertebrate animals, animals with backbones such as frogs, toads, and lizards. They may scavenge for the remains of dead animals, and sometimes they take eggs from birds' nests on the ground. On some islands, hedgehogs eat the eggs of seabirds. Hedgehogs have enemies. Hedgehogs have a number of enemies, so their spines are an important defense. Ball of spines. The hedgehog defends itself by rolling into a tight ball at the first sign of danger. The spines stick out, making it difficult for most animals to pick the hedgehog up, although a few foxes and dogs have learnt how to do it. A hedgehog also makes a lot of noise when threatened, squealing loudly like a pig. Animal facts. Some foxes have learnt how to get a hedgehog to unroll. When a hedgehog rolls up, it tucks its head right under its body so that it is protected. Hibernation. During the autumn, hedgehogs prepare for winter by eating a lot of food. They have to build up their body fat. In November, when it gets colder, a hedgehog makes an extra thick nest under a pile of leaves. It uses leaves and moss to keep the rain out and trap the heat. It crawls into its nest and goes into a deep sleep, in which its heart beats very slowly and its body temperature falls.